tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
And at this point, I quote Theoden. Hail the victorious dead. That's not for you, Feline, or is it? Hi, I'm Frost. This is Froste, and I'm eating chips because I finally got the chips that I ordered. And the reason it took so long to get them is because they're from France. And the place that I used to get them around here doesn't carry this brand anymore. Because, of course, I liked them, so they got rid of them. But I'm here between crunching to write lore for Legend Seeker. I'm trying to be like that robot that everybody saw today that's doing the Italian hand gestures. It's perfect. Great. Feline named the JJ. Sleep but wake up tired. I'm not coughing my chest hurt. They don't have sinus pressure. Shadow Warden says, sounds like you're just getting old. Woo! Yes. French ships. See? French. It's all in French. The reason I'm ordering these is they're goat cheese and these special pimento peppers they use. And they're such good chips. They're the consistency of like, what are they, Ruffles? Those ones that have the little troughs and valleys, the ridges on them. But they're very good if you like goat cheese and if you like pimento peppers. If you don't like those, then forget it. You get nothing. You're done. I don't have imported French ship money. Well, I got a bonus and I spent most of it on chips. There you go. It was weird. There was a box on my porch that had like customs information on it. I'm like, what the heck? Like, oh, those chips. Goofy. It's probably why half of them are crushed too. Anyway, so what I'm doing today is I'm going through areas in the map because this made me this whatever this tangent that I'm off on, it came from last time. I'm disappointed in all of you except for Bap and Chrysanth because they left comments that had to do with what? Pranks. Kika's pranks that we talked about last time. Nobody else did. I'm so disappointed. Nobody gets a lollipop. Except them. They get a lollipop. But I spent some time writing up some more pranks. And then after that, it gave me an idea for something. And then I started writing up something else and put it down on the page. And I realized, I should put these in a whole section by themselves. So I'm coming up with a section at the end of the book that's called Rumors, Godwin's Rumors, of like, hey, orcs were sighted up here. The scouts from this place chased them. Little hooks that a DM could use to springboard an adventure off of. So that's what I'm in the middle of right now. I will go over some of those pranks in a little bit too, because I came up with a bunch and I'd like to come up with more. So yeah, one of these things was an adventuring company on the Thalassian coast. I should say where this is near. Did we call it Seabreak Haven? Yeah. So on the coast here, there are goblins that live in the sea caves all along this whole coast. And this rumor is that the adventurers on this coast near this place cleared a coastal mile fort of the Goblin Chief and his minions that had been raiding from it, additionally reporting that the foundation had been breached and connected to the coastal caves where most of their kind had been observed to live. So along this area, wherever the DM wants to put it, there's one of those mile forts along the road that had been taken over by the goblins, and they had dug through the foundation down into their sea caves so they could get in and out and have a foundation or have a fortress. But these adventurers took them out. But that means that, somebody's either going to have to fill that in or reinforce the place or do whatever, but it could lead into an adventure in the caves. Let's see. Boo, screw the French. Hey, the only things that I've liked about the French generally is the fact that they make good food. People on the northern coast of France seem like nice people, pleasant people. There may be nice people everywhere. I don't know. The people that I've met from France mostly were from the northern coast, and they tend to like Americans. So, yay, lollipop! Hear that, Mama? We got a lollipop! I mean, it's a virtual lollipop, so enjoy. Your peer pressure doesn't affect me. I'm not your peer. I'm an idiot and you aren't. Joke's on you, wizard. Dang it! The JJ, what would help you is probably some... What is that stuff I drink all the time? Oh, yeah, bone broth. Just saying. Bone broth. Yeah, actual lollipop. Yeah, well... You think I have lollipop money? I spent it all on French chips. Come on. Bone broth fixes everything. Yeah, just put it on burns, you drink it, splash it in your eyes. It's pretty much a panacea. Let's see, where was I at here? Oh, yeah, orcs were sighted in the north of Fryland by scouts out of Dunhelm. The men pursued the band, but lost them in the mountain pass. Who lost Valara. And so in that area, that's up here. So these guys in Dunhelm, they found, while they were out patrolling, that somehow orcs had snuck past them, went up through the mountain pass over here towards Lost Valara, and lost them in the mountain pass. So another little tidbit, why are the orcs sneaking past them? What are they trying to get into Lost Valara? What are they doing? A lot of the more obnoxious French stereotypes are actually Parisian. I believe it. Though the one lady that I met on a press tour who was just glomming onto me, and I found out later, I think I told you guys that story about Matilda. Her name was Matilda, which is why I named the knife Matilda, because I was like, oh, that's a perfect name for it. Because she's very clingy, and Matilda clings and stabs. She was a journalist, and she was from France, and she was really nice. Lot of hard to understand words, because she had such a thick accent, but she was a very nice lady. Let's see. Anyway, back to non-Parisian things. Oh, Black Dragon, we'll go down here. Since the Black Dragon rookeries are in the Caustic Strand Hills up here. A black dragon that had been harassing caravans near Port Castra was seen fleeing into the mountains near the east. Let's change that. After being wounded. A bounty has been put on its head in the hope that it can be finished off before it recuperates and return. So it was attacking caravans going across in these areas, and they wounded it, and it's somewhere in these mountains. So now people have to find it. So a clever DM, can come up with a whole adventure off these little things. So if you guys have any more little rumors you want me to put in here, think about it. Come up with some rumors. I'm going to go back up and tell you some of the pranks. All right, the table of pranks. Boop, boop, boo. So what I put in here is those who visit a roadside shrine to Kika have a minor chance of being pranked by the goddess. Pick a number from 1 to 20 and roll a d20. If you get that number, then you're blessed with a prank. Blessed. If this happens, consult the following table. So one of them was, can only speak in puns for an hour. Hair grows on your palms and disappears when you shake hands with another, and disappears only when you shake hands with another and pass it on to them. It ends at sunrise the following day. Every time you speak, you get the hiccups for the next hour. That was Bap. And she assures us it's very humorous. Very humorous. The next one is you grow a pigtail that remains until the next sunrise. Why did my window not... Shit, there we go. You develop a taste for food that you hate until the next sunrise. Like, oh man, I want anchovies. Frisians, we're snooty a-holes now. This one I thought was kind of fun. Animals stare at you for the next week. You just walk around, all the animals are just like... your hair changes color when you're mad, sad, happy, etc. for the next week. You keep hearing someone faintly whisper your name for the next 3 days. You feel... This one I thought was kind of funny, but I'm like, is it bad of me to give the cure for it in here? We'll see. You feel shorter than you used to be. This wears off when you get on top of something you aren't supposed to. And that could be a person. That could be a counter. That could be something like a barrel or something. It's basically you're supposed to break a rule and do something to break the little prank. Because, well, she's mischievous. Is there an earworm one? Ooh, I like that one. Okay, yes. I'm putting that on one next. You develop an aversion to cheese for a day. Your tongue feels itchy. This wears off in a day, though spicy foods might help end it sooner. You gain the ability to belch out words on command for a day. That's a useful prank, right? This one I thought was going to be kind of entertaining. People around you can smell your emotions for the next day. You have dreams about your twin for the next week, even if you don't have one. Oops. So I'm saying you develop an earworm. A song keeps... Oops. A catchy but annoying song keeps playing in your head for the next day unless you can replace it with another tune. Isn't that just being a mum? It kind of is being a mum, yeah. Heels versus Babyface can already speak and belch. I have a friend in high school who used to do that all the time. Let's get some more here. What other ones? What other stuff? What other kind of fun little things? These chips are literally smashed to pieces. Even though they were packed in that box pretty nicely, there was no packaging around them. So, yeah. I don't know who Metal Commander is. I will have to go find out. The German one. I will be honest. I have never watched an EPAP. Ever. Do you guys think I should? Okay, this is kind of a mean one, but kind of a fun one because I've heard of people getting hit in the head and developing an accent or having a problem. I'm saying you develop an accent you never had before. This lasts until you get drunk or hit in the head. The marathon normally at least 8 hours long. Yeah, that's why I've never watched one. Other kind of things are there in fantasy worlds? Trying to think if there has something to do with like monsters or typical fantasy things. Like adventurers going to do a lot of crazy stuff. Trying to think of something of what can we do with something like vision? I was gonna say like you gain dark vision or something like that if you didn't have it, but that gets into mechanics and stuff. I'm trying to think how that would work. But only in one eye. So I'm saying you gain dark vision for a day, but only through your left eye. If you're blind in that eye, it still works. The draw ones are pretty good. So they do drawing on those. Interesting. Hey, if you guys find one that you think would be a good one for me to kind of start with, send me a link in DM in Discord. Okay, that's kind of fun. Trying to think of something like you could do, like, well, in the light of Kika's moon, you can do something. Or you have to do something. Or something, you look weird or do something. Well, in the light of Kika's moon, you appear to have large ethereal moth wings. Just something weird. Like when you're out in the moon, people are like, ooh, you have moth wings. What? There's got to be a shovel one, right? This one is just ridiculous, but I'm going to do it. You know the secret recipe of the nuggets of Nia for an hour, but you can't tell anyone, write it down, or communicate it in any way. If your mind is read, the reader is rebuffed and smells like rotten eggs for a day. I don't know why, but I thought it'd be fun and weird. See a shovel with Kika symbol wherever you go in plain sight. No one else notices anything out of the ordinary. That could be fun. All right, so you see a magnificent ghostly shovel everywhere you go for the next week. It is emblazoned with Kika's... Oops, I misspelled Kika. Hi, good job, me. Kika's holy symbol and gives off light to you, but no one else can see it. An homage? I don't know. I mean, we could pretend. Colonel Chrysander's secret recipe with 812 herbs and spices. Wow, these chips are pulverized. I could turn these into a nice breading for some chicken. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Okay, on natural ones for the next day, you polymorph into a ferret, but none of your stats change. You're adorable, however, and everyone wants to pet you. You revert if you get a natural 20. We'll just do that. We'll see if that plays out well. That could be entertaining. Trying to think of other just tropes in fantasy. Got Faye. Put that one in there. How would I write that though? You have no natural fear of pickles until sunrise. What are they even? We're not going to say pickles. We're going to say pickled anything until sunrise. Oh, that's a prank. Yeah. The sprites, that'd be good. You attract the attention of 1d4 fae or sprites who play small pranks on you for the next day unless you bring them tribute, to be determined by the DM. Wonder be as bad as the Knights of Knee. Bring us a shrubbery. Or here, choose notes off of that. People around you randomly trip, and everyone thinks you did it. How about you can't get drunk for a day, but alcohol tastes like bathwater until this wears off? So you could totally win drinking contests like crazy, but it'd be like drinking dirty bathwater. And you could do it. You could do it. But maybe you'll have to make checks to not get sick from bathwater taste. Mmm. What was my phone dinging for? My phone has been dinging like crazy all day. Because. I think. I'm trying to think of something else to do with like traveling or adventuring here. All right, so spells cast around being cast around you makes you sneeze or make you sneeze. If you cast a spell, you make everyone else around you sneeze. I know. Yeah, I would have thought he would have come up with a bunch of them. But, you know, he's been sick, so we'll give him that one. We'll give him that one. He gets one, right? Not allowed to drive. What? Just for that, I'm driving again. All right. No drive. Rudai, I'm thinking, are you trying to destroy? I see what you're saying. Not trying, but it might happen. You have trouble regulating the volume of your voice the next day, or for the next day. Turn into a clown for an hour? You become a harlequin / clown for an hour and can only communicate with mimery. Yeah, I didn't drive the chicken hut very far. I only went to one zone, so the chicken hut didn't have any problems. It was literally walk forward and blonk, there we were. Oh, not too bad. Nose honks. Boom, boom. I didn't know if they'd really have nose honks, so that's why I went mimery. Everyone around you looks like they're in their underwear for the next hour. Your breath smells like pickled herring up to a distance of 10 feet. NPCs find you fascinating for the next day, crowding you and asking you questions about your life. Hey, Erudai, are you out there? Because I'm trying to remember how he did this in this system. Um, your skin turns a light shade of orange and you become a master of negotiation for a day. You have advantage on persuade and negotiation rolls and always get 10% off prices when shopping. I don't know in the system. I can't remember. It's not advantage, I don't think. I'm going to just highlight this because you're going to have to, I'll have to fix it. Gonna need a D100 for all these choices. Yeah, it's supposed to be, and Erudai did want a D100 table, so I'm trying to come up with a lot of them. How about a shrine? We have to pick the correct item. If you fail, you get hit in the face with a pie. All three choices, you get hit in the face with a pie. Hello, Cajun Corey. That's funny. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, no, 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 no color. There we go. Wait. All right, why won't it? I want to take off the, yeah, stop highlighting. There we go. Okay, I don't know. It didn't want to come off there. Anyway. A prank to turn you into Trump, exactly. Sorry about the crunkling. Could be funny. There we go. You become a miser and won't part with money for a day, even if this means you have to sleep outside when an inn is available. Hmm. When this wears off, you find a purse with 1D100 coins inside. Because, you know, she'd be nice to you. Afterwards, she's not malicious all the time. She'll give me some coins back. For having become a miser. That just means she made you save. And that's interest for your savings. Maybe that's enough of those for now. We'll see. Trying to think of all the crystal lore. Yeah. If you can think of anything else. I'm trying to figure out a way to put beep in here, but I can't quite figure out beep. A way to put a beep in here, have a beep happen. Kind of like the chirp from your fire alarm. You just hear beep. You unconsciously say beep. You unconsciously say beep at the most inopportune times for the next day. A roadrunner follows you around saying beep or meep. Yeah, we're getting a good amount of these. We've got a couple 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's see, how many do we actually have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 4, 5, 6, 32. Oh my gosh, there's 35. We need a 36th one. We have 35. We need 36. What's a good erudite one to be the 36th one? I mean, this could be you get hit by a pie, but you have a frog in your pocket. The skin turns green. Ooh. Right now, I'm putting down your skin turns green for a week, but I'm thinking. And frogs follow you everywhere. Could be weird if you're in a dungeon or not on another Well, you probably wouldn't be in a dungeon. Well, you could. Yeah, who knows? Body swap prank makes sure there are 4 or 5 altars that need to be activated at the same time. Doing so switches everybody's body for a week. Ooh, that'd be a weird one. I think it would work in an adventure. That'd be kind of fun. Tiny Toons Adventures Animaniacs, where they just randomly got hit with pies for the whole episode out of nowhere. It's a thing. It makes sense on that show. So what we'll do is we'll put this chart together. We'll do 1 through blah, 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 blah. And if 36 will be its own entry, and that will be the frog one. And all the other ones will have different percentages on them. Okay, I'm just making a note for myself. This only occurs on a 36. All others have a range. There we go. All right. So I haven't made shrines to all the gods and goddesses. I've made a bunch of shrines. I haven't done all of them. I haven't done any for like Ariel or Orin or Vulcan. But I did do Arendor's. Their natural features that show off the strength of nature. Nya shrines are utilitarian. Those are like campsites or beehives with honey or cisterns around freshwater springs, things like that. Berry bushes, things that are helpful. All right, but we are going to go all the way back down to the end of the document here. And we're going to look at some more rumors. Let's see. What can we do for rumors? We got one over here. We could do a dwarven rumor or one of these rumors at a giant stead. We could do a rumor somewhere in the marshes or the soul spires. But I could do one regarding the monkey clan doing something. Something makes you go crazy in the sound of a certain sound. Oh no, you triggered by a song. Niagara Falls. I'm keeping that one in my back pocket. I'm thinking about that one right now. I just realized these mountains and hills here, these are on the wrong layer here. They're in front of the trees somehow. Because the trees are supposed to be in front of the hills, not behind them. That one. Okay, those are all behind. There we go. That looks better. All right, anyway, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was doing something with the barbarians in the monkey tribe. Because they got forced back down here. Hey, Sir Clueless, how's it going? These have all been very good, everybody. Thank you very much for these. They've spurred me on to heights of prankosity. merchant vessel sailing around the southern coast of Kiru claims that they saw a spike of arcane energy from the location of Rabisu shoot into the clouds. Oops. Visible for miles around before abating. So that's down here. So they'd be sailing around the coast and just something shoots out of that temple in the jungle, into the clouds. Put hot sauce on all food and drink. There is one that talks about hot sauce. I literally specifically said it was your tongue itches and it will itch for a little while, but perhaps hot sauce or spicy foods might help it go away quicker. Hey, ill chrysanthemum. Sorry, didn't mean to use your full name. Oh, she's in trouble. You use her full name. She's in trouble. Very ancient. Yes, this is all just blurred out words. It's all in English, but it's all copyright protected, so we're writing it with a blur filter on, just to protect the IP. All right, so we got something down there. I wonder if we could do something as a rumor in here, something about the cat market or a meteor, maybe a Grixfall meteor. Ba, ba, ba. So during the most recent Grixfall in the Azure Kingdom, it's rumored that a large meteor impacted a small island off the coast near the cat market. Since they normally land in the desert, this is unusual and being investigated. I can spell market. 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 There we go. Anytime you say something for a day, a woman will slap you only applies to males. Women immune. Oh, it's the India Maria and Jimmy curse. Women immune. If you guys haven't watched, it's not the greatest show, but it's kind of good, is The Bondsman on Amazon Prime. It's got some interesting stuff, and I just realized that the lady who's in it, the wife, I think is the singer from, oh my gosh, what is the name of the band? Her name is Jennifer Nettles, and she stars opposite Kevin Bacon, but they're fighting demons and stuff. There's a couple scenes in there that, what you just said about the women slapped and stuff, and I'm like, woo. But she's a country singer, and since I know Kevin Bacon also sings, they do a bit of singing in the show. But he's a bail bondsman. Hunting demons. The large meteor impacted. Okay, unusual be investigated. Oh, by the way, Chrysanth, I did get the coffee warmer. I don't know if I can really hold it up, but I'll hold it up. Let's see if I can knock a few things over. I'll try and hold it up here. So you can kind of maybe see it if I bring it up here. It's the, I just got a black one because I make a mess of everything. And if I got a white one or a wooden one, it would probably be stained and broken. But I've been using it because it got here really quickly. So I had it set to be on for 2 hours. Is it off already? No. I set it for 2 hours. How long did I have it on? Maybe I couldn't have had it on for 2 hours. No. Object pops out of everything you open. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Thought you said you got a concubine. Yeah, well, no. No. I did not buy a concubine. Just a coffee warmer. Just a coffee warmer. I could not afford a concubine. That's why I have a coffee warmer. Let's see here. Got a rumor there. What's another fun rumor we could start an adventure with? By the way, I am writing down your item or your other items on my other note here. Your other prank ideas. So, Lost Acadia, there's nobody there to really give any rumors unless they're at Aditsa, looking around that way. I could do something up at one of the dwarven kingdoms, their Care Arthik or their Thunderax or Care Bremen. Decent trade-off, I suppose. Well, yeah, I think so. Silvermound. So 5 Falls could have a rumor. We could do a rumor in Bolos, but we've already got one down there. But I kind of like the idea of putting another one there, possibly. Now, Vindonis and the Crucible and all that stuff. And we're still, it's not called I called it the Crucible, but that is going to be where the Hallowed Hall or the Hallowed Hall is, where you undergo apotheosis if you're summoned there as a god or a goddess. Yeah, these are all rumors that could start adventures. Yep, these are all rumors I'm putting at the end of the book that people who are like, hey, if you need a little boop, I'm going to put a little beginning thread to it that says, these rumors are things that, you know, travelers speak about. This may have happened in this area, and they're a good starting off point for a DM who wants to create an adventure. And I want to put a lot of them in here, but some of them are going to be a little more detailed, some are less. Like one of them is that goblins took over a fort, people cleared it out, and then found that they had broken through the foundation. It led into the sea caves around Seabreak Haven, so their goblins are trying to consolidate their power or taking over forts, so they have, you know, an incursion happening, possibly, don't know. Merchant vessels sailing around, saw things, orcs sighted in different areas, a black dragon that was wounded, fled off into hills. There's a sale on armor in this city. No. Kidding. That would be horrible. Unless you want to do a shopping adventure. I could say something about the Whitewood here. I just know one of these chips, since they're really sharp and they're so fractured, I'm going to bite down. I'm going to jam one right in the roof of my mouth, I bet. Just you wait. So travelers tell of a horde of undead silently gathering in the eaves of the Whitewood. They've taken no action, but rulers of the nearby towns and villages are on edge. So yeah, because the roads from Silvermont go around this way and around this way, so people traveling along this major road would be just like, that looks like, what are those things? And nobody in their right mind who's on a caravan is going to be like, there's a lot of undead over there. Let's go look. Said the adventurers on a magical snipe hunt. Pew pew. I do not understand you. Do you have any Arabic words? I do not, Amal. I am sorry. Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Sure, a concubine could warm. A concubine could warm the coffee. Yes. All right. What do we have here? Could do something over here in Follow. Still, I'm thinking about it. Could be a rumor about Mordecai's throne. Hagenwald, Thornwald, Dunbourg. Okay, so the Rotwash is spawning more than its fair share of shambling mounds recently. Something is stirring up the latent magic in the area. That could just be fun. Now I gotta remember where I put these at. The tolls are... Where did I put that? Did I put it in another document, possibly? It's there. Oops, how would I spell the word right? I'll find things better. Paladin. All right, Paladin, Xander, goals. Doesn't help. Trying to find a specific entry about a paladin. There are a lot of them. Goddess. Order. Okay, yep, that's not it. So, thread. Creation. There's oaths. So many of them. Okay, that one's not going to help. All right, we're going to go back here. We're going to go into... Go back into the Azure Kingdom here. Because I want to look up something here. Where is it? Netsef, the Palace Ward, Coils, the Harbor. I went into a lot of depth on this city. The Nice, Veil of Glass, the Cataglyphs. We gotta expand on Grixfall still. Gem Mines, the Cat Market. I gotta look up something in one of my other documents because I thought I brought this into the whole thing, but I can't find it in there. Let's see, let's open this up. Come on. Open up document. You can do it. All right, we got the Caustic Strand, Senna's Fall. It's possible I didn't put these in there. I thought I did, though. Yeah, the tolls. That's in Yeah, it's in the wait a second. Yeah, it should be in the Soul Spires. Let's see here. Maybe it's not finding it for some reason. All right, so the Silent Arete, Dark Groves, Rotmoot, Rotwash, Darkmire. Oh yeah, the tolls are not even listed. What? How do I not have these in here? Okay, well, we're going to add another entry here. All right. All right. We'll say bye. There we go. I had a lake with a cursed boat that always seemed to get caught by fishermen. It was a town joke, except it had something incredibly rare in it, but no one ever looked in it. Ha! Chat was black, so asking, did you miss anything good? Well, we did a lot of pranks. Lots of pranks. That's kind of interesting. Fantastic. Might be a bit too simple. How about rumors of a large, seemingly intelligent forest creature has been known to harass travelers on some of the less traversed roads? I could work a rumor like that into, if I can get over here. It would probably have to be over on this way, but that's really untraveled. So it might have to be in some of the old forests in Freilung. The Hinderwald would work really well for that. Between Ostenwald down to Port Rach and Port Harrow. Because this place has a history of all kinds of interesting things like that happening. So that might work. I'll put a heading 4 on this thing. Oh, I said 2 portals. Mortals, not portals. It doesn't block off access to portals. Access to mortals. Um, Go with start. Speaking of pranks, I love how many Japanese yoki are concede red mischievous in the same way Loki is. They keep killing you in creative ways. Not silent or deadly when attempting to sneak, you automatically release a loud fart. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I typed a lot of extra letters in that word. Oh my gosh, there's no G in from. Oops, I put, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cut that out of there. Has it that a Paladin of Oriel just after the social free bricks. Paladin Strode. On a mission for her goddess, she was seeking information. To free their souls. Also free the soul from their bodily imprisonment. Probably goes for anything any of your companions throw bounces and sticks to you. Oh no. I'm throwing a grenade. Boink. No. Mind control bricks. A Paladin warrior strode through this barrier. A mission from a goddess she was seeking way to also free the souls from their bodily imprisonment. Her tale appears to end there, as no more stories exist. Her adventures. All right, we're going to get to the next line. Many a wizard has spent time investigating the first of the tolls in the line, and they still understand little of the keeper's magic that erected them, let alone how the magic of the tolls work. It reveals one's failings. All right, there we go. I just wanted to get that back in there because I couldn't figure out why that didn't exist anymore. Like, well, where'd it go? I've never added it to the document. That's the only danger of having written a bunch of this stuff like quite a while ago in another document for the NPCs and the locations and forgetting that I hadn't put it into the companion yet. All right. We're going to go to the Hinderwald. All right. Ancient deep forest along the southern coast of Frowne, the Hinderwald has no roads or permanent paths through it. Even the ancient Agrians are kept from exploring its depths of being and monsters which call it home. Coven of Evil Hags is rumored to live within its confines, so there's a rumor. These sisters are in league with demons and grant wishes to supplicants, but the costs are extraordinarily cruel and exacting. So, we'll do a rumor. I want this zoom in. It bugged out on me again. Dang it. I hate it when it bugs out on me. And I can't zoom in or out. Okay, fine. I can't zoom in or out right now. On the roads between Ostenwald and Rach. On the roads between Ostenwald and Rach to the south, travelers report of being accosted by large forest creatures. Extra patrols have been set out, but have yet to witness such attacks for themselves. All right, there we got a rumor. Got a rumor on this little stretch of road here. That'll be fun. High Spring is where the halflings and little people are. All the little folks. Hoffen and Hoffenwald. Let's do this. Oops, I say up. I type whoa. I went too far. I went plaid. So the ruins, rumors of treasure hunt or treasure being brought up from the ruins of Presepe by daring adventurers. Let's see, how do I want to put this? Out across the Godlands, leading to an influx of explorers and mercenaries into the area to try their hand at delving into the submerged ruins to make their fortune. So, what could go wrong with an entire area here with these ruins of this massive old city underwater, and who knows what kind of creatures living under there could, lead to? Nothing bad, it'll be fine. Trap, Dave says. Player can't say a specific word determined by the GM because they say it all the time. They say that word, the character falls asleep for 5 rounds. Oh no! Oh no. What would that word be for you, Dave? Check DMs. Oh no, it's Sebi. He came at me. And hello, Sebi. Sorry I missed that. I was totally in the flow. Did I shut off the stove? For one day, you have a strong sense that you left a critical item. Forgot to do something before you left the last place you rested. That's a fun one. I like it. I'm going to go back up to the pranks. I got to put some more of these in here. Boop, table of pranks. All right, let's put some more of these in here. We're going to turn that off. No color to that. Boop, and it still did it because this hates me a lot. Boop. Yep, stop highlighting. Bam. Yeah, it's just going to keep highlighting. All right, that's really fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's good. Really good. I love it. Just going to turn off all the highlighting here. Just forget it. Forget it. We get none. Bullet points are stupid. How does a wizard pay for coffee? With spelling change. Wow. For Sebi, like, and totally. Wow, that's horrible, Shadow Warden. You guys are bad. You're bad people. At the last place you rested. Okay, there we go. Let me check one thing here quickly. Why is my machine being stupid? Why is my machine being stupid? Because it can. All right. What do you call it? Very small familiar? A micro wizard. Wow. Wow. All right, that one is there. We got this saved. All right. So many sadnesses. This is. All right, let's go back down to rumors here. Rumors. They're having fun up there with their scratching post, evidently. Dwarves of Mount Zintur have found an extremely rare variety of a sapphire, said to be the largest anyone has ever seen, and a debate in their halls is ongoing over how to cut and shape it. So who knows? Maybe that will lead to something interesting. She had a word and that was horrible. Mean. Mean, mean, mean. Boo. Okay, we got something up there. We got something there. We could do an expanse. Something about Care Bremen, though, I think would be kind of fun. Oops. Right. Orcs have begun to set up semi-permanent outposts within sight of Care Bremen. They light fires on the hills in the distance and appear to be studying the outpost, prompting the dwarves to reinforce the garrison there, which is not something that normally happens there. So that's why it's a fun rumor. Ba-ba! Shadow Warden, these are all horrible. I think Chrysanthe is being quiet because she's summoning up the power to, I don't know, throw her shovel into orbit and have it come down on you. Wow, Cajun Corey, that's also bad. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay, we got the old man, the Mercury, the Silky Stack. We could do a Concordia rumor. We could do something as a rumor over here. And hello again, Sebi. Bing! Why is my phone dinging? Why? Everybody's just been pinging the heck out of me today. Stop pinging me. I didn't do it. No, there's even more. Dang it. Holy crud. 29 different Slack messages since I got done with work. Solis. All right, I can't think of a rumor off the top of my head. I was going to do something about the lexicon in Xandria that has to do with the main character that's there, Cassia. But I'm going to think about that. I'm going to think about her. I could do something about the elves. We'll say unknown. Elves of Solinar have met across the Goldbill River with a representative of Mosmos, though what transpired and what the result of the meeting was is unknown. So, as you know, Solinar, elves, up into the hills in the High Kel, they met with a representative of Mosmos, which is a giant enclave. And who knows why they met, but they did. Ba, 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 ba. From the ship full of lizard folk was seen departing from the coast of Eshvara, heading south. So around in here, nobody knows where they're going now. Who knows where they're going? Maybe they're going to go all the way across the sea to try to get to the Umbral Atoll. Maybe they're going down the coast. Nobody knows. That's why it's a rumor. They know a shift is over, so they want to bother me. Yes! The bow's favorite type of music, quiver step. Wow. Rumor, you meet a famous adventurer at a shrine. They ask you to help find a critical item to their last resting place across the map. You have a good one. You're saving it for Sunday. Oh boy, Cajun Corey, you must have a good one saved up. If you're going to hold on to it. Wow. Hopefully you have a few more for Friday for Strange Eons. Because, I mean, they have to come out somewhere there, don't they? Let's see, we could do a tea house, Koto, something out of the Monk Place in Cindervale. Onsen, the Kish. Morning Rock? That might be a little weird. Kelos. I've already done one up by the cat market in the island out here. I could do... I mean, there's so many things I could do rumors about. My gosh. Could do something for Senna's Fall. Or Mordecai's Throne. Let's see here. I don't want to get too deep into these. I want to make them vague enough that they could be used by almost any dungeon master for any group of any level. Could do something with Underside. Would that make sense, though? I'm trying to think how that could relate. I mean, that would have to be somewhere probably up in Los Valara. Or it could be something at High Spring. But I like the idea of something coming out of Senna's Fall. As his So, a local cleric was driven out of Clayton, and indeed out of Senna's Fall altogether, as his views on Senna are considered blasphemous to the priesthood there. He's gained a significant following because of his beliefs and is evidently intent on reforming their religious practices. So that is the legendary cleric that you'll find out about, who's driven out of here. I have a whole story written about him. What's Thunderwave's favorite band? ACD. Wow, wow. My cat's everyone. Meow. They go. Jerks. Oop. I'm just checking a message real quick here. Huh. Okay then. What are they doing? All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go see what they're yelping about. Enjoy the Be Right Back screen. I'll be right back. So there was an argument between a couple of the girls on who got to sleep on top of a cardboard box. Because the box has a little bit of a divot to it now because they've laid on it for a day. And it's prime real estate, which you got to grump over. Yeah, you get no chair. Ha! 7 sacred orbs, when brought together in a certain shrine, will grant one special treasure. In Wizard of Oz fashion, the person who brings all items to said location gets a coupon for 20% off on all orders from insert place here. Coupon! I like the idea of a coupon. That would be fun. What time does Nerd have Daredevil tonight? What does that even mean, Darth Dave? You're just saying words. You're just putting words together now. So when I was sitting out today on my front porch at lunch, there is the cat that I've seen that I was telling you guys about. She's a black and white cat. She's mostly white with a little bit of black on her ears and her face, who hangs out and she wanders around. And she was looking at me on the front porch and just sitting there in the woods staring at me. I'm like, why is she staring at me? And she slowly but surely, over the course of me sitting out there eating lunch, got closer and closer and closer, then went off to the side. I was very confused. I'm like, the heck is she doing? Look over next to my porch where I have a couple of cardboard boxes that I've had there for a few days because I'm going to cut them up. And when the garbage comes around, I'm going to cut them up, throw them in the garbage. And she went into one of them. I'm like, oh, she's living in the box? Oh, she could live in the little kitty cat house on the porch. She'd be fine. And then I'm sitting there. This whole time I've been sitting on the front porch. I have one of those little plastic cat houses next to me. All of a sudden I hear a noise. I'm like, did she have kittens? I look in the little kitty cat house. There's 2 little kittens in there. She's over in the cardboard box. I'm like, oh, is that where she had him and she moved him? Oh, I'm sitting here blocking. Oh, no. Does she have more? I went and looked in the box. She had gotten out. There were no more in there. But that's where she had the kittens. And there were only 2 of them. But there's one's a little orangey kind of one, and one is a little, I guess it's kind of black and white, brown and white. I don't know. They're in the thing on my front porch. I'm like, great. I don't need more cats. So, and then I went out when I looked upstairs. I just looked outside, and one of them is kind of poking its head sort of out, but they're not really. They can kind of walk, but they can't really walk because they've been in there for a little while. Or they've been in that box for a little bit. I'm like, for at least a few days. And I'm like, how long did I leave that box there? I thought it was only 2 days. But these kittens are evidently a lot older than I thought. So it's very confusing. I don't understand. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, it's possible that since cats are a little brutal, that maybe one of them wasn't going to make it. And sometimes other cats will just be like, you're done. You're not going to make it. Or they're Spartans. So that's possibly what happened. I don't know. But anyway, gross. And I don't need more cats. So I'm going to try and see if I can find somebody who wants a cat who doesn't want to come near people and her 2 kittens. Hello, Bap. You need to develop a way to watch and fully comprehend 2 to 3 streams at once. Why? Nerd and bestest streamer are watching and reviewing Daredevil. Aha. Who is bestest streamer? And I'm assuming when you say nerd, you mean common nerd? Don't know. So, Bap, we got lots of pranks worked out. And now I'm working on rumors. So we've got quite a... We came up with 36 pranks, but now I've got like 39 on the list, so I may trim them down. We'll see. But the one that is number 36 that will be on there is that your skin turns green and you start getting followed around by frogs. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I think she might have had them out in the woods and moved them in. It looked messy, like, you know, kitten, or it looks like when a cat has kittens, there's like, you know, dried things on the cardboard. So I don't know. But like I said, there's 2 kittens on my front porch, which I don't really want. But they're in a warm house, at least. It's got a heating mat in it, which I think is what she found. Because it's been like 20 degrees out here lately. And 20 the other night. And it was 38 or something the other night. So she's got a place to take them now. Hopefully when they get bigger, they'll move on. But if not, I'm going to have more cats. And I need to get rid of them. Because I don't need more cats. All right. So anyway, I'm going to have to work on these giants here, but rumors. We could go into the dwarven stuff up here in the mountain, but I think I do need to have to come up with something on here. Recent shakeups in the rules for admittance. what would you call it? Recent shakeups in the hierarchy. Oh, there we go. Hierarchy of the lexicon have resulted in new rules for admittance, as well as a whole segment of the library being removed to a restricted section of the facility. This has to do with the legendary noble character's background. I might lead you into that story. Oh, got it. Create an evil tower, wait for them to enter, and then woo! Wait a minute. Bob Barker said to spay and neuter your pets. Yeah, except, you know, these aren't mine. Some random cat I can't get a hold of. All right. Silky Stack, Concordia. Oops. Investors in Xandria are mounting an expedition to try and reach the Umbral Atoll to explore the fabled island. Nothing could go wrong with this. It's going to be fine, everyone. Stop being worried about it. First we clone some direwolves, and then everybody in the facility gets eaten, and then suddenly you have direwolves everywhere. Even though they're technically not real direwolves. They're just literally a gray wolf that's been modified. But whatever, they can say whatever they want. Science, words. Science! Got Cindervale. I could do something with Cindervale. Yes, direwolves. People aren't very bright. They could be smart, but they're stupid. Gonna be fine, they said. Come out to the coast, they said. Have a few laughs. Do. Rumor has it that Ocala the Bear's death was an assassination, and his death was far from natural. There we go. Not all construction work is equally enjoyable. For example, enlarging a drilled hole is boring. Fastening pieces of metal together is riveting. Cajun Corey. Ma! Yes. Ding. I paused for a second. Ding goes my phone. My gosh, people just... So many questions all the time. No, I'm not gonna answer you right now. I now have 43 more messages. And none of it's critical because I'm just in the chats with everyone. But boy, are they talking. They are chatting. Do we want to do something from Utsya? We don't have anything from Utsya. It's basically just a vassal state of Agrium, but maybe we could do something there. Adonis on the Whitewood. I mean, we've already got the rumor of the undead in the Whitewood. Thornwald. Kill. Takis. Thinking. 43 more. Yep. And luckily it's not dinging for everyone because it has a little timer between them. So I've been getting... And then it dings right there. Cagey Gory. They better be cute. Cuting up those cats, otherwise you're in trouble, sir. All right, the Azure Kingdom. Maybe I am done with rumors for the moment because nothing is just jumping out at me of like, yeah. I mean, something would be cool for Narrow's Keep or Rosecrest, but nothing is jumping out into my head. And I've only got like, stop digging. Only got less than 5 minutes left anyway. So we made good progress today, folks. We got a lot of stuff in here. I mean, without the proper formatting and without everything being pulled up, I'm like, I've got a lot of words in this document now. I'm not going to tell you how many pages it is, but it's a lot of pages right now. Yeah. All right. So I've got this saved. No, I don't have it saved. Boop. Better save that. Boop. All right. It's saved. There we go. Bing. Poor Oracle Wizard Vampire Monk Dunedain phone. Yes, exactly. It's got all the bits. Used to be short, but I grew out of it. Hey, Bap, by the way, one of the pranks that I put in here is that your character feels shorter than normal. You aren't, but you feel shorter than normal, and the only way to get rid of it is by climbing on top of something you're not supposed to. It could be a person. It could be a counter. You could get on top of a pickle barrel. You could jump on the bar in a tavern or something. You just have to get on top of something you're not supposed to get on top of to break it. Oh, too bad Chrysanth never did. Wow, Cajun Corey. Holy cow. You better extra cutify those cats. Because I think you're done for. I don't think you're going to make it, sir. No, sirree. You actually do climb on counters. Well, you probably break that curse every day then. Nice. I have a couple of acquaintances who, they're both relatively, you know, average, I guess. I think he's 5'7" and I think she's 5'4". I mean, so they're not like tiny, but they have a son and a daughter. The daughter is, I think she's around, she must be getting close to the end of high school now, I think. I don't really keep in touch with them a whole lot. But the last time I saw him, she was around her mom's height. But their son, who is like 13, he's almost 5'9". So they're just like, we don't know where that came from. He's also the most awkward kid. Like you always see those kids who are tall and don't understand how to walk. So they'll walk into things. They'll just be walking around, not paying attention, and bump into pillars or knock things over. Like, don't understand where their body starts and the world, or where their body ends and the world starts. How about that? Worst part is Ma's really tall. I'll be fine, I hope. Chrysanth, my dad is 5'10" and I'm 6'2". Hey, there you go. Double size. Wow. 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 And there we have it, folks. So I'm getting ready to hop off here. So we're done for today. We got lots of pranks, lots of rumors figured out. Got a few things added to a couple of other entries with the tolls and stuff like that. So this was a very productive day. So make sure to please like and comment It really does help a lot. When you put a lot of comments in there, it gets this out to a lot more people. So please do it. At least hit the like. That will help. And you'll find me tomorrow night on Strange Eons. I'm probably going to be playing games here and there, so look for me. Look for me! And I will talk to you all a little bit later. So have a good Thursday, and don't do anything crazy, and try to survive the puns if you can. And if you can type properly, Cajun Corey. Later, Frost and Cat. Chat. So, all right. I'm going to talk to you all later. Have a good night. Don't be complete jerks to each other. You can be sort of jerks to each other. Just a little bit, within reason. Reasonable jerks. Later.